The movie is set in a small Italian village in the early 70s. Right off the bat, we get introduced to Anna, who's got a little daughter from a past fling. That same day, Anna marries this older dude named Fusco, who also has a teenage son named Livio. At the wedding, Fusco invites all his neighbors and buddies, and the vibes are totally immaculate. After a bit, while everyone's partying, Fusco's sister Fernanda comes up to Anna's daughter and convinces her to crash at her place for a few days until her mom gets back from her honeymoon. Once the wedding wraps up, Fusco calls his son, Anna's daughter, and all the guests over to snap a few keepsake photos. Right then, Anna is on cloud 9 because she can't believe someone is finally rescuing her from the dirt-poor life she's been living.
After the party, Anna and Fusco head home and start dancing together. But unfortunately, the buzz gets totally killed when one of Fusco's buddies shows up at the house and drags him out. Right then, we find out Fusco is actually the ringleader of a grave robbing crew. A bit later, Livio gets back home. Seeing Anna sitting all by herself, he's caught off guard and asks her when they're hitting up Paris for the honeymoon. Anna smiles and tells him they're taking off the next day, then asks him if he wants her to bring him anything back. Livio says he's good. Meanwhile, while the crew is busy hitting a grave, someone spots the cops coming from a distance, and they all make a run for it. When Fusco gets back home, he reassures Anna that they're still heading to Paris the next day, and then they get real close and do what married couples do.
The next day, after the newlyweds take off, Livio hits the beach with his boys. A pretty naive girl named Stella sees them, and turns out she's got a massive crush on Livio. After Livio and his friends jump into the water, Stella follows them, writes a note for Livio, and leaves it on his scooter. But the second Livio sees it, he figures out Stella wrote it and rips it up right then and there. A few days later, the honeymoon is over, and Anna and Fusco head back to Italy. Soon after, Anna gives Fernanda a gift, and Fernanda asks her if she had a good time. Anna tells her Paris was awesome, but Fusco was acting a little sketchy. Meanwhile, Fusco goes to Livio to give him a pen he got him as a souvenir. A bit later, the village women drop by Anna's place to hang out and ask her all about Paris. Anna tells them it's a gorgeous city, way better than she even expected. While they're chatting, they hear Fusco and Livio screaming at each other. When everyone runs over, it turns out Fusco is losing his mind because Livio didn't get the wine truck ready on time. Because of that, he calls him a lazy, useless slacker, which makes Livio super embarrassed since Anna and all the village women are standing right there. Later at home, Anna tells Fusco to cut Livio some slack because he's a grown guy and it's not right to humiliate him like that in front of people. But Fusco just tells her, "Don't worry your pretty little head about it," saying he treats him this way so he learns how to man up and be responsible. The next day, Fusco tells Anna he's going to be out of town for about 3 days to deliver a wine shipment. Livio seizes the opportunity and visits his uncle, the same uncle his dad had strictly forbidden him to see. When the uncle asks how his dad's doing after getting hitched, Livio says he's doing all right, but hasn't really changed a bit. A little later, Livio gets back home and finds Anna whipping up lunch in the kitchen. Anna asks him to take a bite and taste it, but Livio tells her he already ate out with his boys. Anna tells him to let her know next time he's eating out so she doesn't cook for nothing. A bit later, Anna goes to check her daughter's room, and she's not there. She goes to Livio to ask about her and gets totally blindsided when she finds her daughter sitting next to him on the bed while he's reading her a story, and he's just in his underwear. This totally pisses Anna off, and she tells her daughter to get back to her own room. A few days later, Anna is reading a book in the yard when Livio comes over and sits next to her. He asks her what she's reading, and Anna tells him she's reading the exact same story he was reading to her daughter. Livio smiles and just stares at her the whole time. A bit later, Fusco is playing with Anna's daughter, but he lets a curse word slip right in front of her. This really upsets Anna and rubs her the wrong way. Fusco apologizes and decides to take her out to lunch to make it up to her, but Anna stays annoyed anyway. That same night, Fusco heads out with his crew to raid another grave. They find an ancient antique statue, and Fusco insists on keeping it at his place until they can flip it. Then he tells his boys to keep their mouths shut and not breathe a word about it to anyone. The next day, Fusco is shocked when a bunch of neighborhood kids show up at his house saying they want to see the statue. He loses his temper and asks Anna if she ran her mouth to anyone. Anna tells him she didn't say a word. Right then, Livio tells his dad to quit the whole grave robbing gig, but Fusco snaps at him and tells him to stay out of grown folks' business. When Anna tries to de-escalate things, Fusco snaps at her too, so Livio storms out of the house. That night, Fusco apologizes to Anna for flipping out earlier. The next day, Livio hits the beach with his buddies again, and like clockwork, Stella is there, staring at him from a distance. That same night, Livio is chilling up in a tree in front of the house, while Anna is sitting underneath, reading. Livio asks her to climb up the tree with him, but she passes. After a bit, Livio asks Anna what he actually is to her. Anna shoots back, "I look at you like a son." This prompts Livio to tell her that he looks at her like a sister. Then Anna asks him about his first love, and Livio says he used to have a thing for his cousin back in the day, but never confessed his feelings. Anna asks if he's into anyone right now, but Livio just chuckles and stays quiet. The next day, Fusco travels to deliver the statue to a buyer. That day, Anna is playing around outside with the village women, splashing water on each other. While fooling around, Anna accidentally splashes Livio. Livio grabs the hose and starts messing with her, soaking her clothes completely. The two of them just end up laughing hysterically, having the absolute time of their lives. A bit later, everyone is completely shocked when someone brings the news that Fusco got busted with the statue and the cops booked him for grave robbing. Anna and Livio rush over to visit him at the station. Fusco tells them not to sweat it, saying he'll be out in a couple of days since they have zero evidence against him. When Livio tells his dad he'll get his uncle to help, Fusco refuses, saying he'd rather rot in jail than ask his brother for a favor. The next day, Anna gets home and finds a massive block party happening right outside. When she asks Livio what the deal is, he tells her it's his birthday party. Anna gets furious that his dad is literally sitting in jail while the son is out here throwing a rager. So she locks herself in her room the whole time and refuses to party. But once the party winds down, Anna doesn't want to leave Livio hanging, so she helps him clean up the house. Right then, the tension gets super high. They get real close, and it's totally obvious they're feeling each other. The next day, Livio sees Anna talking to a strange guy and gets visibly jealous. He asks her who he is, and she tells him the guy is going to help get Fusco out of prison. Right then, Livio gets super annoyed inside because he honestly prefers life without his dad and doesn't want him back. The next day, Livio gets something caught in his eye, so Anna goes over to help him get it out. The second Anna gets close, Livio leans in even closer, and suddenly they both completely lose control of their emotions, and things cross the line into territory they never saw coming. The next day, Anna instantly regrets what happened between them. She tells him to stay away from her and just forget the whole thing, then asks him to go crash at his aunt's place until his dad gets out of jail. That night, Livio hits the beach with his boys. While he's sitting by the water by himself, Stella walks up, gets close, and kisses him, but Livio just tells her to leave him alone. Meanwhile, Livio heads back home and tells Anna he just came to grab a change of clothes and is leaving for good. But once Anna lets him in, she finds herself throwing caution to the wind and giving in, and they hook up again. As the days roll by, Anna completely puts her husband out of her mind and lives her best life with Livio. One day, Livio walks into the kitchen and sneaks up on Anna like usual, but suddenly they're both completely frozen when they see Stella standing right there, catching them red-handed. Anna panics big time that Stella's gonna gossip and tell the whole village about her and Livio, but Livio reassures her, saying nobody would even believe Stella if she tried to spill the tea. Still, Anna is totally freaked out, so she goes to Fernanda and confesses everything about her affair with Livio, saying she wants to come clean to Fusco. Fernanda warns her against it, saying if Fusco finds out, all hell will break loose. A few days later, Fusco gets out of jail. That day, he hits the beach and runs into Stella by accident. When he gets back home, he finds out his family threw him a welcome home party. While Fusco is celebrating and dancing, Anna and Livio are sweating bullets because Fusco keeps giving them this super sketchy, weird look the whole time. Once the party wraps up, Anna looks at Livio while he's asleep and decides to call off the affair for good to focus on her marriage. In the end, Livio joins the army and later marries a girl named Asuna, completely moving on from his past with Anna. And that's a wrap on the movie.
So don't forget to let us know what you think in the comments. Also, make sure to show us some love by hitting the like button and subscribing to our channel so you never miss a beat. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch y'all next time.